Scott.
I mean, locking hype foils in attack position is something you can do.
And then they say hype on them. Nice. There it is.
There we go.
That's our Pog champ.
John Pog.
John Bear.
RPG clear hype.
That's a secret about RPG Clay Hype is that we had to ask to make the mouth bigger.
Yep.
We did, though. It's true. Yeah, I don't know why I'm laughing. It's 100% the case.
Hey, Roger Twy.
Hello.
Whereas my facial hair was sculpted artistically, which is really nice. On my emote, I mean.
I mean, the weird thing is, though, that means that now we can't change facial hair ever.
Oh, no!
You absolutely
no.
can. You absolutely can.
Well, I can't because I fucking hate having facial hair.
Oh,
yes,
okay,
that's
but that's not the emote's fault.
Actually, I haven't seen myself clean shaven in 6 months or something.
Your corn beard.
I mean, clean shaven. You know.
Yeah.
Kung Fu Fenris? No.
Oh.
He's
Uh,
already gotten bigger.
No, Liz is not here, but this is a planned absence.
Yeah. Not a surprise absence.
Yeah.
Oh, gave me your hiccups.
Oh. Prove it.
Well, can't.
No, I can't.
Shut up. I hiccuped once. I'm
Yeah.
relatively sure it'll
yeah.
be fine. If you see me with a beard, I'm either from the Mirror universe or I'm in some kind of production that asked me to grow my facial hair out. Or I've been sick for a very long time and I don't feel like shaving.
That's fair.
I was once in a play where I was told very specifically to not groom myself for 4 months. So, like, not even like, oh, you know, grow out your facial hair, but, you know, like, shape it. Or no, just leave it. Look as horrible as you possibly can. And you know what? It wasn't worth it.
All that realism, John. Just
Yeah.
totally necessary.
And if you had seen the play that I was in for it, you know it wasn't worth it.
I mean, certain other people at this digital table have also had to do stupid things with their hair for pieces of art.
Capital A. Art.
Art.
Not great.
I mean, so you have given yourself interesting haircuts for art.
Mhm.
I have given myself interesting haircuts for art beyond that one. I mean, there was a time where my hair was longer than yours, and then it was like, oh, it's all gone.
Yep.
Do you know who cut that hair?
Was it a teacher? A classmate?
It was Scott, Liz, and
they have a hair
one other
cutting
person,
party?
and JT. Yeah. It was on the corner of Cavendish and Sherbrooke.
The
Were you
corner.
just outside, or
No,
did
it
someone
was
live there?
someone lived there.
Okay.
As if we shaved your head on
Look,
the
I
street.
don't know. Art students, yo, they just take over
Yeah.
everywhere.
I
Oh,
do have a lot of recollections of my time at feeder school being like, wow, I'm a real artist. And then I like throw some leaves or whatever. That was a thing I did. Anyway, it's fine.
That was a performance just cutting hair on the street.
look, that's a lot of performance art.
So word to the wise, some performance art, wonderful. Some performance art,
Word to the wise.
And-
Art? It
And
depends.
which art gets the grants is based on who can write a good grant.
That
Not
is true.
necessarily the quality of what they produce. But you know, how
You're
else
also
are you
asking
going to
for
make
money
it work?
for something that is probably an unknown quantity, right?
Yeah, exactly. So how do they decide? Whoever fills out the form properly, right?
I don't think I've ever got a grant. For all the grant
I have
applications
worked
that I've
on
written.
projects that have gotten grants, but none of the grants that like I wrote anything for have gotten funded.
Yeah, same
So,
here. I'm apparently just bad at
Unfundable.
grants.
Bam.
Unfundable.
Well, the first thing that we can do is we can welcome She Who Know. Oh, we can't. But we could actually welcome
Wait.
Oh,
Oh,
we can't. Folks, it is a lawless land out there for you. There are no mods in chat.
oh God, no. Yes, we're not throwing out jade diclaves like popcorn here, folks.
No.
Yeah.
Oh god. I did something.
Uh-oh.
And it broke my window.
No Liz, no mods. What is this place coming to? It's a very good question, Weirdness. But you know what? If you're here, it can't be all bad.
Yeah.
Aw,
Oh, Liz is here.
Oh no.
sorry, that's me. I
That's
wrote
Scott.
that's me. Sorry, that's
Scott. Scott, what are you doing?
Fucking.
sorry. What an idiot.
You made us think she was here for a second. You gave us false hope.
The crazy part is she may possibly drop
Yeah.
in, and then there will be 2 in the chat.
Real Brick Wall can say the fuck word.
Is the fuck word fuckwad?
Yeah.
Boo.
Fuck word, good word.
That's so stupid.
However, we can say hi to all of you, and yes, we are down 1 player. That doesn't mean that this isn't going to be a session that we're not going to have lots of fun with, so don't you worry your pretty little heads about it. It is... You are here by surprise. Real Brick Wall, like, half the time you're here, I'm just like, whoa! And even times where I would, like,
Hello.
where normally you could make it, and then it's like a big deal, so, you know.
Oh, real big whoa. The wonderful person behind most of our synopses thus far.
Yay.
Very much appreciated.
Real Brick Wall needs, like, a deed name that reflects his status as a chronicler. Anyway, I also noticed that our bot finally got off its ass and let people know that we're live, so there's
That
that.
helps.
Hooray.
Lawlessness and fire.
Caw.
I mean, I kind of want to know. It's a hype emote and a raid emote. All right, that makes sense.
Ah.
At any rate, we're here for this.
Yeah.
So,
Thank you, Lamira, for
Yay.
the 3 months.
Thanks, Lamira.
Much
Oh,
appreciated.
That's wonderful.
sharing love. Hey, I hear that somebody spent experience today, and you know what? If you didn't, it's okay. Aragorn's not here to disapprove.
Sorry.
3, 2, 1.
I purchased, it doesn't feel important because she's not here. I purchased Intense Presence, which is a talent that lets me spend a destiny point to recover strain equal to my presence rating.
That's
So spend a destiny point and get 4 strain.
That's ridiculously good for you.
Yeah, but it's like right in the bottom row of my talent tree. But yeah, super good.
Super
That's great
good.
Ta-ja. Thank you, Kung Fu Fenris.
So you're not gaming the system. You could have just been like, I won't spend it today.
Well, I should have thought of that before I put my thumb up.
We can also all pretend you bought it next week. I would
Yeah,
do it.
she won't watch the VOD or anything.
Erigwyn? I doubt it.
No.
It's for you, Erigwyn. Yikes.
Is that the one that lets me get? Yes, I am.
So one that lets you get.
It lets me purchase another point in a stat.
Presence 5.
One of your characteristics.
Characteristics, yes. Or perturbs.
That seems pretty intense. I don't know if you need to.
Yeah. I'd probably put it into something else.
Scott isn't the weakest pen.
No, I have weaker pens right here in front of me.
Haha!
This pen, this is weak pen. This is not weak pen. Strong pen, strong pen.
So,
I'm done.
For people who may not have been here last week, or for people who were and just forgot because they were getting, whacked out on goofballs.
as you do.
Well, as I do. We may as well just let people know what happened last week.
Yeah, probably.
Yay. Do. I'm gonna watch it live this time. Is that
Yeah.
okay? I like watching The Crawl.
The crawl.
The Crawl. That's some good times.
And,
Wow.
I still think this is the tits, if you'll pardon the expression. You know what? Not necessary.
I'm
I
not
shouldn't
sure
have
we
said
are
it.
pardoning that expression there, Scott.
Jesus Christ. There must be a better way to say that. Oh god. Oh boy.
Yeah, definitely pulled a surprise on us last session.
Oh yeah, I really was not expecting that.
I was lamenting earlier today that I did not say, it's a trap. When
Oh!
I realized, yeah, right? Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you for
I think
sharing in my frustration.
Almost because earlier that episode, I definitely said, I think I'm getting a bad feeling about this or
Yeah.
something. Just to avoid the exact phrase, but like,
Just say it.
So now we have to work in, look out, it is a trap to every episode.
Yeah, right.
Look out, a trap it is.
Yep.
Now, when we move on from Star Wars,
Mm-hmm.
what do we do? Do we like this version of the recap that we're, like keeping it to a constrained length of time, which is what, like 1 minute 40, I think?
Yeah.
Total. Should we go back to the way that we were doing it before? Like, what do we do? It's because like other games don't have crawls.
Yeah.
Yeah. They could, if it was like super cinematic or whatever.
Yeah,
I mean,
we
they
can
could.
find a different way of doing it.
You could draw a sort of Avatar: The Last Airbender style animation for the
Yeah,
beginning
every
of
week.
every episode.
Yeah.
Every week, exactly.
Yeah,
Who
yeah.
do I look like? Fucking Momo O'Brien.
Oh, right.
Well, she
Yay.
didn't draw it. She
Watching
just
Momo.
commissioned an artist and then got the faces to be neutral enough that she could just rig the faces and make them look sad or angry. Yeah, that's what she's been doing. It's in intense and insane amounts of time.
That's
Like-
awesome.
Yeah, awesome, but
A lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
time I have.
yeah, no.
Sorry,
I-
folks.
For what it's worth, I love the recaps. I think when we were doing them, it was really cool because you get the players' perspectives of like what was important, what was less important. But if you need to really just like, okay, what are the major events? Can zip that up, zip it up. Wait.
I was getting the impression that like after a while it was getting to be like the recaps were going like 6-7 minutes long,
And then this happened and that happened. Oh yeah, and this.
And as much as that can be
you
useful
remember that
for
dragon?
people, I also was worried that people who did remember what happened last session would just be like,
Yeah.
Okay.
whatever. I mean, that's
Oh,
why we have an audience. They can tell us what they like and what they don't like.
Exactly.
That's the whole thing.
I blame the four of us for being too interesting.
Huh.
Too much content.
3 of us.
Right. Who's the? Did I say 4?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Well,
I
there
wonder
are
whom I'm
4
referring to.
Yeah, weird. All right, folks. Oh, it's a
Oh,
Max.
sorry.
It's a
Yes,
Sleepy
it's
Max. No,
time.
it's okay. Green card, Sleepy Max.
Yay.
Okay, so we have some safety tools before we get into game. We have these cards. You don't have cards, you don't have these tools, but we'll get into what you can do afterwards, even when there aren't mods around. We have the dropping cards. Green card, which says, A-okay, things are good, even if outwardly it may look different. It's just being in character, it's role-playing, but I'm good to continue. Yellow is a heads up, just gotta let you know something, maybe back off of this topic, avoid that, slightly shift something, but we're okay to keep going as long as we take this into consideration. Red means stop. We will likely go to a BRB screen, discuss what needs to change, and only come back once the person who raised the red flag is okay to continue. You folks don't have these cards. Most days you have moderators that you can whisper, but you can still whisper RPGClinic. John will be able to see it, and we can hopefully take into account whatever it is you need to communicate. You are also, of course, if that isn't, if you feel the need, you can also leave. We'd of course prefer for you to stay, but if you can't, we completely understand. Stay safe, have fun.
Stay alert.
Stay safe. Oh
Yeah.
shit. Stay alert, stay safe. Can I use my car broke down. Can I use your phone? I haven't seen those in ages,
Yeah.
obviously.
Public service announcements.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. I just feel terrible because That like one time when there is someone who legitimately needs to use your phone,
And it's only children at home. Jeez.
right?
I like how Rule Brick Wall right now is just basically going into how like I want to make people suffer by reenacting a film.
I mean, sorry, as someone who is involved in like gaming clubs, I was subjected to a lot of reenacting films that I would consider not necessarily great.
A
As
little
in,
cringy, perhaps?
perhaps the torture as described. And maybe it's not just gaming clubs that do that.
No.
That's just where I spent most of my time.
It's possible. We ready?
Yes.
Less fringe, more cringe.
Ready for cringe.
We've gotten to be old hat at dealing with one of us not being here. It's just a reality, right? And one of the rules that we have here at RPG Clinic that we have always had and that we will always continue to have is that one's real life has to come first. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that we don't attempt to make however many sessions that we can, but we're not going to let this game rule our lives. At the same time, the game is important, so we make the effort to be here. And if it's going to be that way, then we also have to make sure that we take into account that we do not wish to punish those who can't make game. Which means that we're going to start by making it very clear that Melba is currently taking her bounty, Aingus Cevil, to Minerva on Takodana. She is meeting Minerva at a pre-arranged time and place. She has the captive, and that they're heading off. You two are not. Which means that you are not, in fact, burdened by her presence. The presence who you are burdened by, however, is Nuvral. Nuvral has decided to remain inside the Good Citizen for now, but she is keeping an eye on the Redshift Runner. Should it decide to open its gangway, or should it decide to take off, unless you have contacted her specifically, she will treat that as an attempt for you to evade the bounty hunters who have rightfully secured Rigel Mereen.
Rightfully.
If you wish to speak to Nuvral, you can. It's just one comlink away. Or you can ask to just meet her outside. She's not against you going places. She just doesn't want you to get away.
Oh, and that makes sense.
If Kappa has any concern about what's happening, they don't show it at all. They seem very content to continue to roam around the ship, knocking on various parts of it to see what kind of sounds they can make, but also to find out where some wear and tear have really degraded things from time to time. But what we have to do now is roll for both of your obligation. Now, because Elizabeth isn't here, you are not required to, if her obligation would come up, you are not subject to it.
Okay.
So you can roll your destiny points, and
I
I will
will.
roll the percentile.
Oh. Thanks, Feena. Yay.
41, which would, in fact, therefore be, because yours is 15, and yours is 25.
40. Oh my
Which is
gosh. It would have
which is
been
40. Holy shit.
So you are safe.
Wow.
But you have 2 light side points and 1 dark side point. To start this particular session off. So, Melba has just recently taken her secured prisoner. I don't know how she does it. Maybe it's with a hearty wave. Maybe it's with a troubled look back in Rigel's direction. But there you
Doubt
are.
it. Let me imagine for a moment that Melba cares nothing for her friend Rigel Mereen. Nothing at all.
I mean, hands up in chat, people who care about Rigel Mereen.
That's not fair, John. You know there aren't that many people here today.
0% of 0 is still 0.
Oh, we're doing a percentage situation. Oh no, Zesty,
Rigel,
no.
Thanks, Kung Fu Fenris.
Thanks, Gunner Fenris.
I assume that's supposed to represent a hand.
Yeah, I think so.
That's all you ever are to me, Rilbert Waller, just lines of text.
Wow. I'm code on a screen.
Ooh, what? Huh? Best chat.
Unless Feena's busy, I'm going to invite Feena to come and share a cup of tea in the
Yeah.
the hub. Do we call it
Yeah.
the hub?
Yeah, the hub.
Different from the
Yeah,
hop.
that's what you've decided to call it, so that's
I'm
what
not calling
is.
it the hop, John. You should consider yourself very lucky.
You're going to get yourself a...
I mean, we could call it the Nexus, but I think that's...
Oh, I have a feeling like we probably shouldn't.
So... Any requests from out and about?
Requests? Like a last meal?
I have no idea.
You're not even
I
gonna-
don't know. I don't know what they're planning to do with you. Do you know what they're planning to do with you? Do you have any idea why you're wanted by someone specifically? Not all of us.
No. I have no idea.
Because if it was all of us, then that makes sense. It's the crew of the Redshift Runner, so it's Captain Velcar, or it's someone else that we've pissed off in the last few months. It's just you, in theory.
You have to assume that if someone wanted to take a meeting with me and just asked, that I wouldn't want to see them because they sent a bounty hunter after me, right? You'd have to assume that.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't think of someone that I'd want to. I mean, I guess, those huts that are gone.
But again, why you specifically?
I don't know, Feena. It's like a real mystery to me, I don't. The only thing I've learned over the last few years, though, is that sometimes debts can be a little trickier than you might think otherwise.
Fair.
Right? You owe someone a favor, and then they, under your nose, have traded that favor out to somebody else to save their own skin. And I obviously don't begrudge anyone doing that. I just think that's a shit thing to do.
So you think maybe that's what's got this going?
That's my best guess. That's my best guess. I really,
Because our other theory, it being the ship, seeing as how she was willing to ditch her own to come with you on this one.
just seems like, I mean, I lower my voice and kind of lean in a little bit here. I'm no bounty hunter, but it strikes me like if you wanted to get rid of the crew of a ship and take it back to port, you'd kill them when they were off it. You know?
I guess it depends what the terms of the bounty are, what the bounty hunter's preferences are. Melba initially didn't seem to want to hurt anyone. Things have changed, but maybe yeah.
You don't happen to have any like enigmatic figures in your background that you're just gonna like drop everything when they show up and run after them down the street? Nothing like that, eh?
No, don't you worry.
Okay.
I left home on good terms. No deep dark enemies that I'm aware of, and no longing idols. Just nowhere for me to go. Status-wise.
Nowhere for you to go.
I couldn't climb. There was nowhere higher for me to climb politically.
Oh, I see.
Great
Where would
meal?
you want to climb to?
Somewhere interesting.
Sure. Doesn't strike you as particularly interesting doing assisting crime bosses?
They haven't been very good clients thus far. Our last 2 crime bosses and wound up dead.
That is true.
3. And counting.
I don't like the sounds of that, Feena.
Yeah. What are we getting ourselves into?
I don't know. But you know, strange forces of fate aside, or whatever.
Yeah.
I will probably be stepping out soon. I mean, I'm gonna ask Nuvral if that's okay. She can come with us, I guess, if she has to. I think I have no reason to believe that I am going to be separated from the Redshift Runner at any point in the future, or in the near future anyway, other than to have this meeting, which sure sounds threatening, but again, you live every day like it's your last, right? Do you know? Something like that anyway. Where you live every day like it's your last opportunity to run. That's what you do, right? Exactly.
To run?
Hmm?
To run? Are you planning to run?
Oh, no, just that you live every day like you might end up dead, so you get ready to go. No, I'm not planning to run. It doesn't...
That must make more sense in human culture.
Uh-huh. What? Weirdly enough, Nuvral strikes me as pretty on the level. I mean, she tricked us getting in
Yeah,
there,
but that seems like typical bounty hunter stuff.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think that I've done anything so egregious in my life that my life would be in danger. Now, so I'm going to keep operating as if it's not. And right now, I have, and I kind of pat my data pad, I have here information that could be worth a lot of credits to the right buyer. And this is a good place as any to see if we can find that right buyer.
Do you need a company?
I think I might. I mean, if nothing else, we'll just have a drink, right?
Yeah.
Get to know Nuvral a bit better.
What's the status of client you're hoping to impress? Should I dress up? Or dress down?
I'm gonna say.
Hello.
Oh, hello. Speaking of dress up.
Hello, Kappa.
Kappa strolls in and seems to have a new outfit on.
Ooh.
This one still looks like it's been very well tailored, but there's no indication of where it came from. Just with a very bold yellow stripe across. And Kappa scrambles to sit up on the couch, pulls over the teapot, and places something that's no bigger than a large thimble on the table, and then just gently drops like 7 cc's worth of tea in there.
We were just about to get permission to step out, actually, Kappa.
Why?
It's a good question. I have something that needs to be sold, and it's hard to sell things when you're trapped on a ship.
What cell?
I'm going to take out my data pad and open up the sort of like encrypted files that I have, which are the schematics for the custom light transports, or like new ones that were being designed by Aingus Cevil's company. And I'm going to show them to Kappa.
Kappa picks up the data pad and like rotates it a couple of times. Whatever skills Kappa may possess, they don't extend to blueprints.
Okay. They seem confused.
Pictures.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, you don't. You prefer the real thing, don't you? The real thing. I like point around at the redshift.
This not real.
It is real.
It's like a map. A map to make something real. Not your cup of tea.
I go for a high five under the table.
I take it.
It'd be a low 5.
Yeah.
A low five under the table.
Yeah.
No. I get under the table and I.
Oh my, Rigel.
Rigel, please. Well, if I'm gonna be dying anyway. Whoa. Just kidding.
Okay. Leave.
No, it's not. It's not like that, Kappa. You can come with us.
No.
Or go on an excursion.
Stay here. Take care of ship.
Right. You're very loyal to the Redshift Runner. I appreciate that. Makes you a good crew member.
At that point, you hear a small groan of the deck plates settling, and Kappa brings their foot right down, like clang, really hard onto the deck. Ship complain.
Ship has feelings.
Yep.
Ship has feelings.
Seems
We
that
don't
way.
see eye to eye on this, Kappa, yet, but you will. Trust me.
I see eye.
Yes, yes, but not. We don't see. We're not looking at the shift in my seat.
Shopping, selling, creating
Yeah.
that thing.
Well, let me make sure Nuvral's okay with it too, and then I
Yeah, of course.
gotta make sure I've got something set up here.
Oh, you're on Takodana. I should update that.
Yeah.
Yes. Just saying. John, I'm gonna saunter out of the hub and hail Nuvral over on the Good Citizen.
Yes.
Sorry to interrupt you. Just wanted to ask about permissions that I may have.
What sort of permission are you speaking of?
Well, you see, I don't think that my life is in danger as long as I abide by the rules, so I was hoping to see about potentially earning some money.
Who said anything about life being in danger?
Well, no, exactly, no one. That's what I'm saying.
Stupid people have life in danger. You're
Oh.
not stupid.
Oh.
I
must
think.
have- Yeah, no, I've been stupid a couple of times. Then, if that's how you judge, you've never had your life in danger. All right, listen. So, I want to see about contacting somebody here on Takodana who might be interested in purchasing some information that I have. It has nothing to do with the other bounty that Melba is turning in. It has nothing to do with me. It's just something that I possess that I would like to sell.
I care
on it.
very little about this. Go. Do what you need to do.
I will make a call, and then you will see me leaving the Redshift Runner. I pose no threat.
Go. Your bounty not worth as much as the Redshift Runner. If you decide not to come back, I take ship.
Okay, I can see that the ship, any ship, would be worth more than a small bounty.
Wow.
Not necessarily this bounty.
What
for
is the
rich.
measure of a man, Kate? What is the value of my life? This is the question. Well, you won't need to worry about that because, of course, I'll be coming back.
Did
Can
I
I bid
sound
you good-
worried?
No, you actually sound very unflappable, and frankly, it's pissing me off a little bit.
Do you need me to hold hand?
No.
Do you
No.
need me to stand behind you and glower?
No, I definitely don't need... You're doing that in my mind already. It's fine.
I do not glower.
Has she never? She's been like pretty positive. She's been pretty pleasant, hasn't she?
I mean,
Right.
she's a Zabrak, so they tend to look kind of fierce anyway, right? They've got the horns, the tattoos on the face.
Resting fierce face.
Fierce face.
I
Okay,
understand.
well,
You'll be fine.
thanks for the vote of confidence, Nuvral. I appreciate it.
I am certain that you will make many credits.
Great. Maybe after all this is over, I can take a look at your ship. I'm curious about it, you see.
I did offer you a chance to look. You decided to remain on your own ship.
I did get a chance to see a little bit of it, though, and that was enough for me for that moment.
I have no need to carry you inside my brig.
You're right. There was no need.
Instead,
now
I
here we
will
are.
carry you within my womb.
Excuse me?
I will be your
Sorry?
new mother.
Could have sworn you said, I am your mother. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. I knew I couldn't remember you. It's very kind of you, I say into the communicator. Very kind of you to assist Melba in this way. I didn't realize she was in need of such assistance, but so happy to be helped.
It is important to assist when you have the ability. It is a very, very lonely universe.
That is true. I don't disagree. Do you often happen across young, new bounty hunters looking to improve their skills?
I wish you good luck on your hunt.
All right. You're a tough nut to crack, Nuvral, but I will.
You will find that there is no juicy center to nut.
I put the communicator down and I walk away.
Well, I
Well,
could tell that it was worth waking up this today anyway.
Oh, that's you, Scott, isn't it? Every time. I'm gonna be excited.
I'm gonna
that it's
stop
her.
now. I just really wanted to put the emote in.
No, go for it.
Are you doing anything?
Since he didn't seem to imply that we are going anywhere it's terribly fancy, I'm just gonna get freshened up and ready to.
You'll comb your leku? Do you have like one big comb and it's just got like two teeth? And it's like this?
No.
And you just go like, eh.
That feels like a very like cartoon. Like they go sproing, sproing.
Or like, do you
That's
like
so
you put them in
funny.
curlers?
Why is it so funny? Oh my gosh.
No.
You could like buff them so they shine.
Umox?
No.
Come and get me, I guess.
Of course, the
So-
question is whether the Redshift Runner wants to let you leave.
Yeah.
That is true. I guess before then I describe where I would like to be able to go. Instead, I guess what I would like to do is see about leaving the ship. Because you're right, Redshift Runner definitely had problems in the past. So I'm going to make sure that Feena's ready to go, and I'm going to try to lower the gangplank.
Let's make some money.
So the gangplank does lower, but it
Okay.
lowers like, once again, slower than it should.
It's okay. It's okay. We're coming right back, and you've got Kappa. Now, I know you may not like Kappa too much necessarily, but they'll protect you. That's for sure. You can count on Kappa to protect
We'll be
you.
right back.
Yeah, I don't think this is going to take forever. Just have something to
If
try
it
to
does
find.
take forever, Melba will be very mad.
Forever's a long time.
Forever's a
Forever
very
implies
long time.
the never returning, which would imply that you do not quietly give yourself over to this bounty. So we will be back.
Yeah.
Quietly give yourself over is my Delirium featuring Sarah McLachlan cover
Oh.
band?
There's the
Featuring
twist.
Sarah McLachlan.
Anyway, when you step out, you're on the same outskirts as you were before. I assume that you just returned to the same settlement that you were at.
Mm-hmm.
So the settlement is there, and there are link ups to other kind of communication aspects if you needed to, try to sell these plans, send messages elsewhere. But there isn't really kind of like an internet to just upload this. So remember that the stolen plans actually had to be put on a ship and taken to a location.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, you can't. I mean,
Yeah,
you
it's
can,
like short distance communication, but no
Yeah.
data transfer. Ability.
Stuff does
Yeah.
not exist in the Star Wars universe, so.
actually, now that you've mentioned it, yeah, that's actually pretty wild. to
Intergalactic
think, like,
planetary. Well, I mean, it was made pre-internet, like pre-known internet.
right.
There was intranet at the time, but yeah.
So, John, I'm interested to know whether I can do this, possibly by spending a destiny point or otherwise. I feel like I want to get into contact with an information broker. By the
Information
name,
broker.
yeah, someone who I've heard of who makes themselves who makes their home here on Takodana, or at least stops in. Although if I need to call them off world, so to speak, can do that too. By the name of Finks, F-I-N-X, who is a known trader of intelligence and information. Because I feel like that's my best
destiny
bet.
point to let that be a thing. Sure. So Finks tends to keep them. Sorry, do you want to describe Finks for us, or do you want me to do that?
Well, I haven't, Rigel's never met Finks, but from the description, a relatively sort of scrawny human who wears relatively large spectacles that somehow gives them a bit of a comic appearance, but is a relatively incisive person.
So Finks actually maintains a business presence here on Takodana, but it isn't where you would normally expect one to be. Now, remember, Takodana is quite a lush green planet. The rooftop of one of these large buildings is basically one very big pool with and by pool I don't just mean the actual basin where the water is, but the whole lounge chairs and a place for people to relax. And Finks tends to spend all of his time here. Now, unfortunately, this means that he spends an awful lot of his time lounging beside the pool, so he is burned to a crisp, except for the area underneath his very, very large sunglasses. He manages to keep a data pad wrapped in something so that inevitably when he drops it into the pool, it has a few seconds to survive before it has to be dug out again. And he's known as the sort of person who takes things as they come, very kind of unexcitable, however, tends to display his emotions once he thinks everyone else is out of earshot. But Finks is lying there, and there's a magnificent looking Mon Calamari swimming in the pool doing laps. Just muscles glistening as he just swims back and forth. And Finks is spending half of his effort just looking at the data pad that he's listlessly holding in his hand, and half the time also watching the Mon Calamari. For those of you who may not be in the know, Admiral Akbar was a Mon Calamari.
Hence my question marks. I'm not sure how I feel about them as sexual
I
objects.
think we just take our half seconds where we can
Yeah,
get them. Okay,
yeah, for now.
So I'm just gonna briefly confer with Feena before we get any closer. I have a feeling you're going to be a bit more impressive to Finks than I will, but what I'd like to try to do, I'm gonna pitch him the idea, and then I'm gonna step out just for a few minutes. And you can maybe get a sense of whether he's open and receptive to the idea of purchase or not.
So should we be entering separately or together?
Well,
I guess together?
yeah.
Yeah, so
you're a crewmate.
Okay. Yeah, I think I can do that.
But you have ulterior motives for being here, right?
Oh yeah. I mean, this looks like a sweet place to hang out.
It does, doesn't it? I always thought a bit about retiring to Takodana, but I don't. I mean, first of all, I'm not retiring anytime soon, obviously. But also, I don't know if I like the idea of swimming and lounging every day.
I mean, there's lots of trees here. That's like a nice thing. Yeah, keeps things less dry and hot. That's a thing.
Yeah, that wouldn't do it for you, though. I imagine.
Hence the sun
Right.
and the
Gotcha.
rooftop.
What's going on here? Yes. Okay.
Your cat's climbing on monitors.
My
Good
cat's doing all
adventure
sorts of
kitty.
crazy shit. Max, please. Jesus. Oh. So I'm going to approach Max. I'm going to approach Finks. Come here, buddy.
Finks, in what seems to be a very calculated move, ignores you for the first like 30 seconds of your approach, and then gradually he lowers the data pad, and then looks over and just tilts his sunglasses, just the sunglass part, so he's sort of like, and like see the big,
That's cool.
like thick lenses underneath.
Finks. Hiya. I don't think we've had the honor.
Is honor something that we really have to worry about?
Well, depends on your line of work, I suppose. My name's
Honor is the sort of thing that people have as rules so that they can prosper while assuming that everybody else is going to follow the same.
Right. That's true. And you gotta be smart to play outside of the rules and make them work for you. You're right, Finks. Never thought about it that way.
What's your name?
Well, look, sorry, I won't bore you here. I just I have a business proposition, if that's not too boring for you.
Do you have a name?
Excuse me. Yeah, of course. My name is Captain MoMA.
Say that again.
Captain MoMA.
As in like the
MoMA.
Museum of Modern Art?
That's correct.
Mama.
That is correct.
Are you standing next to him?
Yep. Saria.
Name.
Saria.
I thought you were apologizing.
I also heard sorry. That's funny. Sorry, yeah.
I do my best to look mildly annoyed as if I get this a lot.
Oh, gosh.
All right. What do you want?
Well,
The Mon Calamari pushes himself up out of the pool and just starts and like just stretches, leaning his head back and letting all the water just cascade off him. To which Finks just goes, "Yeah. Hey there." And then looks back to you.
if you're in the middle of something, we can do this another time.
You know, for somebody who decides to come into my place of business, you seem awfully eager to not do business.
All right. Brass tacks. I like it. Here's the thing, Finks. you deal in information, and I happen to have some information that I think you're going to be very interested in. I have details on a new custom-built transport that are being that the prototype is currently being built for the Empire. I managed to acquire the schematics and plans for its design, and I think there's probably someone out there who might be able to pay quite a bit for them.
Are you an imp? Are you imp?
What was that, Finks?
Are you an imp?
Not at all. Search me. I have no papers.
What about
like-
you?
Absolutely not.
I mean, I didn't think so.
I definitely give him a like.
So he kind of withers under that glare a little bit. The Mon Calamari approaches. Finks, do you think I could get you a drink? How about either of you?
Actually, I just need to use the facilities, so maybe I'll come in with you. Do you mind?
I'll show you the facilities. Do you need something?
I'd love a drink.
I'll see what I can drum up for you.
Thank you kindly.
Finks? Anything? Yeah! Water! In a tall glass. With lots of ice. Bring 2. 2 tall glasses of water coming right up.
Something's made him thirsty.
I wouldn't know. Captain,
And I will accompany this Mon Calamari indoors to try to find some drinks.
so the Mon Calamari points out where, I mean, like, this is Star Wars, so there is, in fact, no such thing as a bathroom in most areas, but there's one here, sure, why not?
Sure.
Points to it, and you let me know if there's anything else that I can get for you while you're doing business with Finks.
Thanks. You're how do I put this? Back on Denon, where I'm from, we there were people who tended to wealthy people's pools and kind of got them things. We called them pool boys after the humans that lived there. Is that what your is that your job?
No.
Oh, I see.
Finks knows what he wants. I get him what he wants.
That's exciting. He's a decisive kind of fella, then.
You have no idea.
Clearly not. You should enlighten me.
Well, for instance, there are times where Finks has a certain craving for a certain meal. And I'm not that much of a cook, but I do know where to find people. So, if you ever find that you need somebody, or something, or somewhere, I just might be able to help you out.
Well then, sorry, this might be a bit silly, but it's I haven't been to Takodana too many times. Do you think Finks is the best person for me to be asking about finding someone to buy what I'm selling? You seem much more amenable to finding the people I need.
I could find that person for you, but I wouldn't be able to negotiate the best price.
Ah, I see. I see.
It's a partnership that we have.
And a good one too, sounds like. You do all the legwork, he does all the head work.
I'm not good
Make
at
him-
sealing deals, if you know what I mean.
Seem to be doing just fine here.
I do what I can. Of course, you have to imagine that when he's saying these things, it's actually more like,
Yeah.
And he heads off towards the kitchen area to prepare these drinks.
Right. I will use the refresher. I will use the bathroom.
Rigel goes ahead and does that stuff. What about you?
Nice place you got here.
Well, it serves.
Seems you like the sun.
Sun hasn't ever done anything wrong for me.
So why come to such a shady planet? I'll take it.
Sometimes it's not really about the environment as it is about the people who live there. Now, come on. And he pats the chair that's set up next to his lounge.
Sure, I'll sit.
This stuff that you have to sell, how long has it been in your possession?
Not terribly long.
And not terribly long means that it's still exclusive?
Absolutely. We know that they're unique and that the designer hasn't had time to make any fresh versions from scratch.
And what proof do I have that this is legit?
I mean, I'm sure you'd be allowed to quickly skim the blueprints to see that they are what they seem to be.
Do I look like a shipbuilder to you?
What would reassure you?
I want to know where it came from. I want to know how you got it.
I'm afraid my friend didn't brief me on your particular allegiances.
My allegiances? And he reaches down and he pulls up a sack from underneath the lounge and just puts it down, opens it up, digs his hands in, and just credits fall from his hands.
A sack of credits. Sorry, amazing.
It's got a big S on it. With a-
Yes!
That's actually amazing. Ay, ay, ay.
So, not an imp.
Nobody on Takodana is an imp.
So I'm sure whoever the spy is would like everyone to think.
And he looks like you just, like... He honestly looks like you just puked in front of him. Just, he wrinkles his nose, takes the thing, ties it, and stuffs it under the lounge. Ha! Such language isn't tolerated here.
My apologies. I wasn't briefed. Alright, here's the brief. We have acquired these straight from the shipbuilder. Well, just moments before he was apprehended by a bounty hunter for outstanding debts. So, we have good reason to believe that said designer is not currently at liberty to be redrawing these from scratch. And very good reason to believe that they are legitimate. Opportunity. You gotta strike it at just the right second.
See, now you're speaking my language.
And this is an opportunity. I also don't know much for ships, but from what my friend over here said when he saw them, he doesn't typically deal in blueprints. It's not his thing, but he knew that it was too good of a deal to pass up. Seems like this is the hot new ship. It's gonna be faster than whatever the heck the fastest thing is out there. I don't know. What's fast?
Faster than whatever.
Do you know what's a fast ship? I sure don't.
If you want to come back at this point, Rigel, you can.
So yes, I'd like to return. John thinks having his data pad sort of like wrapped in something water resistant gave me an idea. So I'm gonna see about finding something similarly, like just even a sheath of like, I don't know, like
Head into the
anything leather or whatever.
kitchen, grab a Ziploc bag. But
Well, just anything to wrap my data pad up in, because what I want to do is on my way back, I'm gonna sort of like, hi, to Finks, and then I'm gonna bobble the data pad and kind of let it out of my hands towards Feena to catch, as if it's a mistake. Whoa!
Whoa! Okay, that's going to be a deception roll. I assume that
take
you're
it.
helping him with this.
I mean, yeah.
So,
I
As soon as you
will
see me coming, you're like,
also-
no, Rigel, don't
so
do
you
it.
can
What's
get
he
a
doing?
boost die for it. The difficulty is 2, because I don't imagine you're going to screw it up too badly. But I am going to give you 1 setback die for this, mostly because you're bobbling next to a pool.
That's, yeah. And I'm very concerned about this going sideways, but I'll,
And we have a destiny point. Oh, you should have spent one for your previous action to establish
it.
Finks. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. And I can't. Both of my dice are upgraded already, so
Gotcha.
nothing more to upgrade. Although I assume you can't.
Then
like,
you,
upgrade.
if
You
you
can-
spend a destiny point and you don't have any dice to upgrade, you just get a 1 basic proficiency die.
No, I'm good. We only have 1 now, so.
All right, go ahead. Make your roll.
So I rolled 1 failure and 4 advantage, because that's my luck, folks. Fuck me.
1 failure, 4 advantage. You want to say how you want your advantage to go through?
I would love for my advantage to be spent making Feena look good, if that's possible.
All right.
Because I have a feeling the failure is not going to make me look very good.
So, yeah, your bobbling the thing does not look very convincing that you were intending to do that. However, your bobble is so bad that the data pad sails out over the pool. And how do you save the day?
Would like to try to kick like a resting pool floaty to try to get it to zip under.
So
That
it
is the
slides
coolest
out
shit
onto
I've
the
ever
pool,
seen.
and the data pad just goes whoomph, floating on the surface of the pool. It is clear to you that he was faking it. It's clear to Finks that he was faking it, but that he probably didn't intend to sail it out into water. It was not clear, however, that you were the intended target.
Whoa. And I'm just going to like sit down on one of the deck chairs. Hey,
I'm gonna go get it.
thanks, Feena. I really appreciate that.
You're just gonna like let it float there.
Oh, no, if you're going to save the day, I mean, clearly I can't be trusted with the merchandise
He wants you to
anymore.
finish the job.
I'm gonna go fetch it.
By like just reaching out and
Yeah.
pulling it back in.
Yeah.
Okay. At this point, the Mon Calamari comes back out. He's got a tray with 3 glasses of water. Hands one to you, hands one to Finks. Finks looks at the glass and looks back up and says, "You know what I want." Mon just picks up the glass, looks at it, and then just raises his head and just pours it on him. The water just cascading down, his skin changing color slightly as the very cold water compared to the warmth of the outside, and then shakes his head a little bit and then dives right back into the pool without even a ripple and starts doing laps again. And Finks goes, "Yeah,
How'd you get help like that?
we have mutually benefiting parts."
Seems like a good arrangement. So, do you have connections that would be interested in brand new blueprints, never before seen?
So you're saying that this is exclusive, never seen, fresh.
Hot. Good.
Let me see him.
I'm gonna hold the pad, but I'm gonna so that he can like interact with it, but I'm gonna keep my hand on it.
Don't be stupid. And he reaches forward and he's trying to swipe it out of your hand.
I'm gonna withdraw
Nope.
it.
It's very
What's the
valuable
deal?
to the right person.
You can hold on to it all you want once you pay for it.
So this, like, just seems to get under his skin.
I'm sure my associates already told you here that we have it on very good authority that the owner of these blueprints is now currently indisposed.
Do you
Actually,
care
don't know
who
what's
I
gonna-
sell this to?
Huh?
Do you care who I sell it to? Look,
No.
I could sell this to the Empire back to make sure that no one else sees it. I could sell it to the rebels. I could sell it to a whole bunch of cargo thieves, pirates.
Who do you think would pay the most?
I asked if you cared.
I don't care. And I look to Feena as well. Any complaints?
Highest bidder.
I'm going to take a 25% commission off what I can sell this for.
25%
thinking seems
10.
a little steep.
Cool. I'm glad you think.
So,
It's alright. Plenty of other.
fish in the sea, I say, glancing towards the Mon Calamari.
So this is a negotiation roll.
Yeah.
You'll get 2 boost dice
Where's Melba when I need her?
Seriously.
for your previous looking awesome. However, the difficulty is 4.
Negotiation.
1 challenge die, 3 difficulty dice.
2 boosts. 1 challenge. 3 difficulty. I don't think I have anything to help me. Nope.
Make your roll.
Yeah. I was just trying to decide whether or not to spend a destiny point.
So 1 success,
2 advantage.
2 advantage. How would you like to spend your advantage?
I'd like him to perhaps recover a bit of opinion for Rigel.
Oh,
To get a sense that maybe this is our shtick.
unnecessary. It's our shtick.
I'm not doing it for any less than 20. 20 is what you get. However, no one's ever going to find out that you're behind the transaction. You'll be shielded.
That's worth the price.
Yeah. I take the data pad and I open it to just the blueprints and then I pass it over.
That's right, real brick wall.
Exactly.
That's exactly
think
right.
So,
Can you imagine? I don't think you're going to be disappointed. Or whoever you sell them to, I guess. You know.
It's going to
As
take some
someone-
time.
Yeah, of course. Of course. I'm in no rush.
I'll send you a message when it's done.
That's great. It is a pleasure doing business with you, Fangs. It really is.
I'm all about pleasure.
absolutely. That would be a pleasure if you could give us a little forward on that cut, seeing as you've got that beautiful bag hanging out next to you. Just as
Oh.
insurance.
I was just gonna make a sassy remark about the Mon Calamari, but this is I like this better. Oh,
That 20% will more than make up for that bag, you know it.
and
Otherwise, you wouldn't have
I
taken the
shrug
deal.
like she's got style. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, you're gonna have to do another negotiation roll for that. It's the same
Pretty
pool,
good.
but this time you don't have the boost dice for this one.
it's pretty good though.
Not a force die, no thank
I
you.
liked it.
2 success, 4 threat. 3
Wow.
success? My god, I need glass.
3 successes, 4 threats is what I see here, yeah.
Yep.
Fine. He picks up the bag and just flings it at you.
I catch it. Pleasure doing business.
Of course.
May this venture be profitable. Profitable
definitely.
enough to wish future
So,
exchanges.
who do I message? Captain?
Ooh, that's a good question. Sorry. Quick timeout. Like,
Yeah.
how would he be able to get my
You didn't
coordinates?
give him
I
a
know-
real name.
Yeah.
You could give him, like, the ability to send a message to your ship.
Yeah.
Or you could just show back up at some point and hope that he has the money for you.
Woof. That doesn't seem. I definitely do not want to give the name of the ship out. It's apparently a hot ticket.
Stuff.
Well, I go by a couple of names. So the one you can probably most easily reach me by is here. And I write down Captain Rigel Mereen, and I slide it over to him.
Rigel Mereen.
Gotta have a few names in this business, you know? Just in case.
Sphinx is all I ever needed.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
Makes you smarter than me. I find names are like hats. You know, not disposable, but just not for all seasons. You see what I'm saying?
Okay. Now go on. Let me
Yep.
get to work.
Yeah, I stand up and bow.
Raw, thanks. Thanks so much.
You like fall forward into the pool.
Sploosh, sploosh.
They come up. You get like the twin.
Oh,
Yeah, right. No.
Rigel thanks.
But I do like do a little salute to the Mon Calamari.
He pops up out of the pool. It's nice to meet both of you.
And mutual.
Yeah. I have a feeling we'll be back in this neck of the woods again one day.
All roads lead to Takodana.
Do they say that?
No, they don't.
Oh.
And he gets back into the pool.
All right. Well, then we're off.
So, you have successfully offloaded the plans. However, you were forced to give up your name.
Yeah.
But you got like a bag of like 500 credits.
I'll take it. We'll take it. I mean, and whatever else he
We'll eventually get
pays us
there.
later. I guess.
And a nice sack.
Yeah, Sacco cash. Sacco
S
cash.
for sack. I guess technically now that he has the data pad, he could probably just renege on this deal. But then
It
there'd
would-
be no
Maybe
like
perform.
he'd have no recourse if we like put a bounty out on him or whatever.
So it's in much the same way that bounty hunters follow a certain code to make sure that people will bother trying to get bounty hunters. It's the same thing for an information broker. If he took your information and then sold it or did whatever he wanted with it, then he would gain a reputation as somebody who couldn't be trusted, and his entire business would not only fall, but anybody who was worried about the information that they previously sold to him might decide that he should no longer breathe.
Yep.
Understood. And
So-
true too. Excuse me.
Any other?
I mean, I hope they're pretty profitable. You know, it's not every day you see a new model of ship that may replace, you know, the YT 2400s in the skies, you know? It's not every day.
Progress. Progress is always being made. You managed to profit off of it.
I don't know, Feena. I don't know. I mean, and I gesture towards the sack of money. Credits are great. Credits make the Make the universe go round, right? But I don't know. There's something that credits can't buy that I'm not sure how I'm going to be able to crack. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you have your sack of credits.
Yeah.
Are you planning on returning to the ship? Or are you planning on trying to spend your ill-gotten gains?
Oh, ill-gotten. Yeah, I suppose they are ill-gotten.
They are absolutely ill-gotten gains.
They were stolen and sold. They were ill-gotten, yes.
You went to a fence and you ditched your hot items.
Yep.
To a hot piece, and yeah. I'm gonna try to persuade Feena that we should stop off and have a drink.
Heck yes.
Before I lose my freedom for a longer period.
Temporarily, briefly. Someone just wants to talk to you. I mean, sure sounds like there's no intent to harm you, at least from Nuvral.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, look, I know that this is a crazy...
You have, like, a crazy ex-girlfriend, or... Sorry, maybe that was a bit too personal, but, maybe it's some sort of ghost from the past that completely slipped your mind, Someone you sure wouldn't want to see that has the resources to pay someone to have you stop by.
Not just someone. Nuvral seems like the kind of person who's, well, maybe I'm wrong here, but she seems like the kind of person who's been around the block a little bit. She wouldn't just take any old contract. Do you know what I mean? Oh, go pick up this poor ship's captain.
Yeah, I don't know how busy the guild is, and, I don't know how she operates. Maybe she just takes the first job that comes her way. Maybe it sounded like an easy gig.
Yeah. I don't know. It just doesn't seem her style. Although I have been very wrong about people before. I have been very wrong.
Drinks.
Yeah, let's do it, Feena. Yeah.
Are you headed back to the same cantina that you were at before? Or are you looking for somewhere new?
Gin joint?
Works for me. I'm good with the old, or...
I gave you two options
Yeah,
and you
sorry.
said works for me.
Old works for me.
What about something a bit more upscale?
Sure.
Just for fun. I'm not sure what upscale would be on Takodana necessarily.
Not much.
This isn't like,
Not
the
in this
casino
settlement.
world.
This is a place for smugglers. This is not really a place for the hoity-toity.
So the place that
clutching.
the smugglers go when they've had a good haul versus the place the smugglers go when they're down on their luck.
So the
How about
cantina
that?
you were at is the place that smugglers go when they had a good haul.
Oh shit, okay, that's where we're headed.
All right. More
All
fish
right,
bowls.
do it.
When you arrive, when you walk in, the place is packed. And yet, when you first walk in, there isn't anybody making a sound. Everybody there's like a very tense atmosphere in the cantina, but nobody is saying anything. And then the person behind the bar looks up at you and just has this wide-eyed, look.
Can I roll perception to try to get a sense of what might be causing this?
Okay.
Okay.
No. It's not immediately apparent.
Okay.
Somebody die in here?
Someone's gonna, and then instantly, every table gets kicked over, blasters get pulled, and you see that one side of the cantina has barricaded themselves and are now pointing all of their blasters over these tables versus the other side where they're doing the same thing but in reverse.
Okay, does someone
And the bartender just is like, come on, man.
want to fill me in on what's going on?
Yeah, let's all just put put our weapons down. I don't think nobody wants this to be their last memory, right? No offense to the bartender. No offense.
So you're actively trying to defuse the situation.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. As there's some itchy trigger fingers on either side, so this is going to be this is very much going to be, let's say for you it's a charm, but there's going to be 3 setback dice to this roll because
2 setback dice.
yes,
to
for
this
you
roll.
it's 2 setback dice because of you.
Yeah.
You'll get a boost die from your assistance from our good pal, Rigel. But the
worth a
difficulty
boost.
here is going to be 3. And I'm upgrading one of those dice.
One success, 3 advantage.
How would you like to spend this advantage?
Okay, so success deals with diffusion advantage. I would perhaps.
Well, your successes means you're not going to get shot, and no
Okay.
one else is going to get shot at this point in time.
At this moment.
It's not like everybody's like, oh,
That's all you needed.
She
Bing!
said that we
Yeah.
shouldn't shoot each other,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
we're cool.
So the advantage then is that I'd like them to be more willing to listen, and maybe, like, be at least some individuals on either side be willing to speak to me, continue talking.
Okay, you'll get
Yeah.
for the advantage that you've got. You're going to get one person from either side who will be willing to speak with you.
Great.
One on one side, on the left side, a woman stands up. She has metal bands just squeezing these massive biceps that she has, and she's got the same kind of bearing as somebody who has previously served in some kind of military. She points to the other end and says, "There isn't a single person over there who even has one iota of thought in their minds. You're wasting your time." And then you see a guy stand up, maybe weighs 110 pounds, soaking wet. And he's got a shirt on which looks like it's made out of some kind of hair. Now, come on. That's not exactly fair. It's not our fault that your ship didn't make it to the rendezvous point on time, and we managed to collect what we were owed. We didn't make it there in time. Never mind. And then she pulls her blaster again and points it right at him. And he goes, "Whoa, hey," and he
Now,
points his blaster
my
at her.
friend, and I'm going to address the woman. If they really are a bunch of fools, I'm sure you've heard the idiom that a fool and their money are soon parted. Isn't there a way for us to get compensation? And I turn to the other side for this error.
There's no compensation. They were supposed to collect. They weren't there. We collected instead. It's bad business. It's too bad. And then the woman's like, "Don't you want to kill him?" "I know I want to kill him. This guy wants to kill him," and points to you. And the bartender is just like, "Just don't shoot up my bar."
I give the
Would
bartender
that-
a like.
Would that
"Don't
give
worry."
you more satisfaction than pocket full of credits, drink in your stomach?
What?
To the woman. Would his death give you more satisfaction than a pocket full of credits? Drink in your hand?
I want him to give us the credits that we're owed. You're not owed anything. Look, the shipment was ready to be accepted. They weren't there. We decided to buy the shipment and we delivered it to its location, so we got the price.
Was
I
the
offered them a
business-
10% finder's fee for the deal. They're insisting on taking it all.
Was the deal prearranged? Did you intercept an established deal?
Yes, because they didn't show up.
How late were they?
Like 2 weeks.
2 weeks isn't that long in terms of crossing the galaxy. But it is long enough to make people impatient, I say, turning back to the woman.
The bartender starts to cry.
Oh.
I just fixed everything up. I got all the tables all nice. Now look, they're all scuffed and I'm gonna die.
I try to like hold up my hand to her. I can see why.
There's also shattered fish bowls like everywhere.
Fish bowls.
See why everyone is
the-
upset,
Got it.
but I don't think everyone would prefer to have a bloodbath on their hands.
Who are you?
Someone who was hoping to come in for a drink and now has to deal with this first.
No one said you had to deal with anything. You could turn around, walk away from this.
And then I wouldn't have a drink. Now,
You, and
bloodbath.
she points to the bartender, give her a drink so that she can get out of here and I can kill with peace.
A bloodbath won't make you happy because as much as you may think the other half of this room is full of idiots, and I say this to both sides, some blaster shots will hit, some will ricochet and hit.
Okay, so this is going to be a coercion roll. Difficulty is still 3. And I'm going to upgrade the difficulty by 1.
Okay.
So they don't decide to shoot you.
Yep.
However, the scrawny guy, if you're getting involved,
That's okay.
if you're getting involved, then you can pay. And then everybody else on that one starts pointing their weapons at you and at Rigel.
Ooh.
Don't see why we
maybe we
would
did
pay.
just walk into the wrong cantina.
Let's just grab our drink and go.
Yeah, maybe we'll just. I don't think we need to be in the middle of any.
Yeah, I mean, our friend
thing.
would be really pissed, and she's really, really big on the revenge thing, and that would just suck
Ooh.
for everyone.
It's true. Do you remember what she did on?
Yeah.
She did what? When? Where?
No, you weren't interested in negotiating, so
Yeah.
your loss. And I
not
mean,
gonna
if you
be
shoot
able to
me, you
negotiate
definitely
with
will
her,
never
that's
know.
for sure.
I wish we could all just sit down around the table, share our drinks, and share some stories. It's a good one.
Yeah. Do you remember when the arm came off? I'm ruining it. I'm sorry.
You know, I'd even be willing.
Star Wars arms come off all the goddamn time.
Yeah.
I know.
You know, and I want to make a point of clunking the bag of credits on the counter. I'd even be willing to buy some drinks. What a shame, say I to Rigel. And yes, I'm spending his money. Deal with
It's your
it.
money. You're the one who negotiated for it. It
Oh,
was thrown
yeah,
to
it's
you.
true, actually.
Rigel's never touched it.
I helped.
You did. That's
Okay,
why I'll
Rigel.
buy you a drink. I'm so generous.
Hey.
Rigel?
I'm still chuckling to myself about the imaginary story we have of like Melba's intense vengeance and bloodthirstiness. And I look at the money on the counter, and I look at the scrawny guy on the other side, and I'm like, "Phew, yeah, I mean, you think this is bad? This standoff, whew, you don't want to know. Anyway, we'll just what do you think this will buy us? I
mean-
point back to the credits. We can probably take a few of these back, eh?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it was going to be drinks for the bar, and then, you know, dinner, and then a night out on the town, and then some extra rations, and some bits and bobs for the ship.
But you know, at least, and then I to the bartender, at least this way you can fix everything up after the big shootout.
So I'm not sure. Are you offering to buy everybody in this bar around?
I'm trying to say
or-
really loudly that yes, I'm offering to buy everyone in this bar around.
Yeah.
Oh well. More money for other things.
Well, I wouldn't be adverse to a drink. That still doesn't get any of my money back, says
Yeah.
Bicep Woman.
Yeah.
One drink isn't going to get fuel into my ship, and it's not going to pay for the reputation damage that we've suffered.
I'm gonna turn back. Oh, sorry, was that directed at me? We were just discussing the loss of opportunity. Good luck, folks. I'm not gonna get involved anymore. And turn back to the bar.
What do you want? What do you want?
Is this the bartender?
Yeah.
We're trying to get people to realize that fighting and busting up this bar isn't fun, and that drinking is a lot more fun.
Okay.
Would you rather we not defuse this and buy your bar a round of drinks?
Well, at the moment, the thing is you've offered to buy everybody a drink, but you haven't actually offered to solve a problem.
Yeah,
The
because
one side has no problem. They're just like, we got what we wanted.
Yeah.
One side is like, but you took what was ours.
and I'm trying to get them to be put on their big adult pants and solve it between themselves.
They are, with blasters.
Yeah.
That's Star Wars, apparently.
But you do have their attention still.
Yeah. And I'm also killing time as I try to formulate something that will get them to change their minds, or just take my drink and go, frankly.
I mean, that is always an option. You are not being scored for your ability to help this situation out.
That's probably for the best.
Do you have anything?
Well, I turn back to the woman with her biceps. I mean, look, I don't want to open up a can of worms or anything, but why'd you miss the pickup?
We missed the pickup because we were already trying to deliver a different shipment. Turns out that we had to chase around to find out that the guy who was supposed to give us our shipment was already dead.
Sounds like you've had a rough month.
And you think that these guys did that to slow you down so they could steal your shipment?
Exactly. What'd you do? You killed him, didn't you? And then the other guys go, maybe we did, maybe we didn't.
Does he say it like that?
Yes, he says it exactly
Fuck
like
yeah.
that. He's a little shit.
I mean,
Hey, buddy, it sounds like you're violating a whole bunch of deals. I mean, I turn back to the woman. It sounds like you might have grounds for putting out a bounty. Then you don't have to bloody your hands. You can just peace out. I'm sure the money you get back from him will more
Nah,
than cover
because
the
I can
bounty.
just shoot this fool right now.
Yeah, but there's all these other people. It's gonna make a mess. You might get like a scratch on that wonderful bicep of yours.
So war against a ship isn't really what you would hire a bounty hunter for.
Oh, it's not. I was gonna say all these people.
It's literally like one crew of a ship and one crew of a ship.
Okay. Okay.
But I let you rewind that.
Yeah, I'm just trying to play it. I don't know.
All right. But let me tell you this. You're the one who's going to have to pay for his death.
What?
She's not pointing at
Oh.
you, she's pointing at the other guy. She like writes the table. She sits down. They're not worth it. They're not worth it. Didn't think we were. They write their tables and they sit down.
All right, barkeep. Drinks for anyone who maintains this peace. Anyone who doesn't takes the tab. Fair. I turn back to the rest of the room.
I assume that you're leaving some credits for this, or are you
Yeah,
expecting the
yeah.
bartender to just pick this up?
No, no, no. I'm leaving a
the
stack
sack
of
of
credits.
cash should cover it.
Yeah.
It's fair. Yeah, that's fair.
So, stories.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's grab some drinks and go over and meet our new friend. Friend Zuh.
Friends. I would like to make a point of sitting, like pulling a table into the middle between the two camps.
They're all like, okay.
You get served your standard fishbowl filled with liquid and floating bits inside it, which may or may not just be hyper concentrated shots of alcohol in solid form.
Yes.
You know, I'd say like, oh, you get used to it, but I don't think you ever get used to it. It's pretty impressive, Feena, by the way. It's pretty impressive the way you deal with these
Hey.
people.
You helped out real good.
Yeah. I mean, let me be honest. My first impulse was to try to just fire the first shot so that I could get out of the way of the rest of them. That was the impulse.
How
So-
quick are you on the draw?
I want to put my blaster on the table really fast.
He's got a gun!
Yeah, exactly.
Who
exactly.
doesn't?
I don't need
That's a
that
very
shit.
dangerous thing for you to do, is to pull a blaster out when everybody else was almost about to shoot each other.
That is fair. Then
Specifically, if you're doing it in such a way as to make it look like you're doing it very quickly.
Yeah, no,
Now,
that's
if you're just like taking your blaster out and putting it on the table, that's another question. But
it wouldn't. I don't think it would have the desired effect
The
or
atmosphere
the
in
desired
this-
repercussion.
the atmosphere in this place is still tense. It is
Yeah.
less tense than it was when you walked in.
Right. The music hasn't come back yet, kind of situation.
The music's come back.
Oh, good. Okay.
But they're still glaring at each other from across either end of the bar.
You probably have something else in your pockets that you could quick draw if you want to pull off that effect.
I wanted to try anyway. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, my comlink obviously.
Yeah.
So I'll just be like,
Like that one
Yeah.
dusty, unused, 4 years expired condom that you keep in your pocket.
what?
Wham!
Someone.
Bird! You are
Is-
deceased. Rip Rigel.
Rip Rigel. Oh, all right.
Just
Can we
like,
get some F's in chat?
Roll him up.
Here it goes.
Yep. Put him in a coffin. Doo-doo-doo.
God damn it.
It just like bursts into dust as soon as it makes contact with the table.
Gross. Gross.
It's funny. It's as my ex-wife said.
It smells like latex and failure.
Also, what my ex-wife. No, mea culpa, mea culpa.
Wrong character.
Hmm? Hey.
Okay.
Yeah, we're.
Yeah, I mean, that's fast, but, you know, guns for days over there, and itchy trigger finger over there, you know. You gotta calculate the odds before you roll the dice.
Yeah. I gotta be honest though, Feena. I don't like the cut of his jib. You know?
Oh, no.
I understand we're not operating within, you know, professional. Like, this is a bit of a moral gray area in terms of what I do or what we do. But there aren't enough contracts to go around as it is. You know? I don't think you need someone diving in on someone else's.
No, that just incentivizes diving in on someone else's. Because
Exactly.
you don't have enough contracts to
Setting-
pay yourself, to feed yourself.
No, but he's setting a precedent. And I don't like that.
Like the
I'm not saying we
precedent
need some
of
sort of-
telling us to go ship something that's currently being carried away by someone else. The precedent of multiple shipments going missing.
You know, I didn't like that much either, Feena, frankly.
That is the cost of operating adjacent to the law.
I suppose it is. I suppose it is.
Oh, I'm just getting water.
Sorry for the coughs.
I don't think it's our business to try to set the galaxy to rights
No.
or anything.
Goodness, no.
So it's probably not worth trying to help this person
Oh
get
no,
some of their...
I just wanted to have a nice drink and a nice animated atmosphere.
Yeah. A tense animated atmosphere, too,
Yeah,
to be fair.
still fun.
Yeah.
I mean, you're in a hive of, if not scum and villainy, then at the very least, like, mildew and roguishness.
Oh, nice. God, it's so tepid. It's such a tepid cantina.
So, and I'd like to pull out my Sabak deck. Who wants to play Sabak? And I shuffle the cards.
And I make a bit of a show of being like, ugh.
Why? Are you
no.
trying to discourage people from playing with her?
No, I'm trying to show up her skill at the game, hoping to challenge people because there are some people that love a challenge and don't know when to quit. I'm in.
So you're going to engage in a few rounds of Sabak with anybody who elects to play with you.
Yep. For wagers. Not
Damn it,
huge
Happy Gilmore.
wagers.
Your chat's not updating.
Pew.
There it is.
It sort of is. It's like slow. I don't know. This computer is very old.
I mean, it's a computer. It does what it can. Yep, there's a couple of people who decide to join you for a few rounds. You easily trounce them. People here are drunk and irate, and therefore not in the best of gambling headspaces. Unless, of course, you want to specifically lose to them to make them feel better about themselves.
No, I would maybe lose the first round to make them think.
Yeah, well, that's sharking them.
Yes,
that's
I sharked them.
different.
I absolutely sharked them.
That's different. And for my part, I'm trying to be convivial, but not offensive.
The longer that you spend in the cantina, the more you see that like tensions are starting to ebb.
Well, that's good, at least.
Yeah, literally, there's just like a toilet right behind Scott at all times.
Yep.
Well, you never know, right? I mean, you all know me, and you all know my.
He doesn't even roll the chair over. He just turns around.
Can you imagine if you just? Oh, if I had Liz's high-backed chair, you could not see anything, and
You just arc it.
arc it. Jesus. Oh, I love it.
Are the cats all still in the room with you?
No, I don't know where any of them are.
Uh-oh.
I think Ripley's here, so it's fine. We'll be okay.
Max
Yeah.
is probably just destroying something of yours right now.
Yeah.
Do you have a ramen bowl out?
Oh, no.
No, I don't have any out, thankfully. Liz was very clear. We only have the one. We need to protect it at all costs.
Nice. Maybe-
Actually, I am gonna. Do you mind if I use the washroom really quickly?
yeah, go for
Can I
it. Just
step
remember
up
to
on the
mute
table?
yourself. Or do that.
I don't see how that's faster.
No, I think it's just to self-mute, because I don't know whether... Anyway.
Do you have anything else that you wish to attempt to accomplish?
Other than attaining additional profits off of gambling, no, this group is too tense.
I mean, whatever profits you're going to get are going to pay for,
For
the
the drinks.
that
That's basically my goal.
you paid. Oh, so you just want to make sure that you break even from your,
Generosity?
philanthropy.
Yeah.
I see how it is.
Hey, there's a reason why I hang out with these scum.
This mildew,
This mildew.
this greasy stain.
No.
What is like beyond scum?
Slime.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess that makes some sense.
Yeah.
But so people are People are essentially happy to gamble away enough of their money that you make it back in relatively short order. Rigel is, a personable enough fellow that he isn't driving people away, but there is also a certain amount of people enjoy making their way over to speak to this, smooth talking Twi'lek.
Yeah. But after that, I think I'm gonna check in with Rigel to see if he has any more errands to run while we're on planet.
Well, I can't ask him.
I know.
He's currently not using his perfectly serviceable litter box.
Because he's not a cat.
Well,
Maybe cute and cuddly, but he's not a cat.
well, that's disappointing.
Alas.
Why else would I keep him around?
Because he's a nice guy.
Cats aren't always very nice. Of course, the trick is now I just want to see a tail,
Yeah, a little tail
Just
come
come
by
by.
and just knocks shit over.
or Ripley stealing the seat. I'm surprised honestly
Yeah.
that cat hasn't stolen his seat yet because it's probably
Or
warm.
it's Max, and Max is blending in.
Well,
and
we
small
wouldn't be able to
enough.
see Max.
Yeah. Blending in and small enough to be under camera frame.
I miss that chair. Actually, no, I don't.
No.
I don't miss that chair.
No.
It went to a good home. I had to when I moved to my super secret location, there were certain things that I just didn't need
Yeah.
because I wasn't about to start carrying a chair from here to there. So
No.
so that every once in a while, and I'm like, oh yeah, but I came back with a chair, so it was
There you
fine.
go. Left with 0, returned with 1.
I went down there with
Actually,
one
with 2.
suitcase. One suitcase, and I came back with an apartment.
Seriously. Not bad. Not
No.
bad trade-off.
No, I didn't do too terrible there. So your good friend Feena manages to make enough money to make up the cost of the drinks that she bought for everybody.
Wow. It's pretty impressive.
How did I get an apartment through customs? Kung Fu Fenders, I have to agree not to sell any of my stuff for 5 years. That's literally what I had to do.
25-page itemized list.
Yeah.
No
I did-
joke, no exaggeration.
I had to make an itemized list of everything that I was bringing back from the United States to Canada and agree that I wasn't going to sell any of it. Well, that makes sense because otherwise I could be like, no, I'm not bringing all of this merchandise into the country to sell it. I'm bringing it because it belongs to me.
Yeah, no, I just really like brand new designer clothes.
So,
Totally, right?
I mean, they're not going to care if I'm like, oh yeah, I'll lend my book to you. What they care about it. The other thing is that I didn't bring back any individual item that was even worth their categorizing, right? Like, I didn't own a car. I don't own any expensive art or any expensive jewelry or anything like that. So,
John, what we do every Sunday is art, okay? Don't fool yourself.
yeah, but it's not expensive. The cost of a subscription is one low monthly payment.
Hey,
I'll
use your
set him
prime
up, you knock
subs.
him down. Johnny!
I miss my car, Artemis. I miss my car, but
Rename it.
importing that car into Canada would have
Cost a bajillion dollars.
It would have cost almost as much as the car was worth.
Yeah.
Also,
So.
destroy your suspension
Yeah, that too.
on Montreal roads.
No, that fit would have done. I've
Yeah.
seen that fit
Mm-hmm.
on these roads. It would have done just fine. Now it didn't have any snow tires,
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
and it was designed for a much hotter climate. So I don't know whether I think I probably would have had to modify it to handle winter conditions.
Yeah. Not worth.
Of course, I left with your hearts. Do you have any? Yeah, well, at least around here, I don't have to have one right
New
now.
York City, you'd be fine, but it's really expensive.
Do you have anything else that you wish to accomplish at this point in time?
No, I'm pretty happy, especially with how Feena's done. The only thing I want to accomplish is on the way back. I want to have a moment to. I'm going to stop Feena on the walk back at a certain point and just be like, hey, you should. Rigel's had a couple of the fish
Yeah.
bowls. Yeah, I know.
Several fish
Okay,
bowls,
all right,
huh?
okay. Hey, well, no, I'm just saying he's had a couple.
No, it's
critical.
just you performed his level of drunkenness very quickly in just those 2 or 3 words. Sorry to cut off your descriptor. You have performed. You didn't have to describe for me.
You
So-
wait. Sorry.
No,
It's
go.
not that funny. I just want you to know, Feena, that I really appreciate it. All this, I guess, everything. I feel like we could all get by on our own, but transport is a bit of a dime a dozen type situation. I feel like you're not a dime a dozen type situation.
You aren't either. I could be on any ship. I was on several ships. They suck.
That's what I'm saying. You could be on any ship.
Yeah. No good. Boring. Better to have friends.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is good to have friends.
You don't have to pay them.
Wait, what?
You don't have to pay them for your company.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Definitely don't. I mean, yeah, not for their company, but we all get paid from contracts and,
Yeah.
and such. Yeah, okay. Just as
Teamwork.
long as we're clear on that. You mentioned ambition earlier, and I just wanted to tell you that I appreciate all that you do for me, for us, and for the Redshift Runner.
Well, someday maybe I'll ask you to write me a nice reference letter.
Okay. Would you rather write it yourself and I can just sign it, or
We'll see.
nothing personal? I just don't think I have the gift of the gab. You know what I mean?
I think you do just fine. I think you undersell yourself.
I wish I was the person that I pretend to be when I meet people like Finks. No, I don't wish
Fake it
that.
till you
I
make
just-
it.
Huh?
Fake it till you make it.
Yeah. I could
You
do
don't
that.
always have to be some wheeler and dealer. You just got to be able to put on that mask when it's time.
Yeah. I guess that's the thing, Feena. It's just like everybody in the galaxy seems to want to just get to the next place, the next level up, right? It's like, oh, I'm going to steal their shipment, so I have 2 to deliver. Boom, more credits, you know. Or oh yeah, I'm going to, instead of just giving this shipment away to a smuggler like normal, I'm going to also then trick them into, I guess what I'm trying to say gets like really intense just for a moment. I guess what I'm trying to say is that I just feel like nobody's really happy with their lot. You know what I mean? Everyone wants something more.
Yeah.
I don't know what the more is,
For yourself?
like in general.
I mean, the more is different for every person.
Right.
Someone who's really hungry and has no money just wants enough money to feed themselves. Someone who's super rich and has everything they want wants more money so they can have more pleasures to indulge. Right?
Yeah?
I mean,
I mean, when I look at Henko's, operation, it doesn't interest me at all. Not at all.
no.
No. I
What
don't think
interests
so.
you then?
The Redshift.
Do you want to go talk to it?
No, it's not like that, Feena.
No,
Damn it.
that was like, let's go talk to it and see
Oh.
if we can get it to say something new.
That's just the thing. I can't believe that the Redshift Runner is like actually talking to us, to me, to anyone. It doesn't make any sense. And what would it want? But it can't.
Flip in the
if it can't-
code. Weird mystery. It's a mystery. Come on, isn't that like exciting?
Yeah, it really is.
You know, if it's a person that's like a ghost that's haunting the ship, or if it's, I don't know, some weird recording that's actually just echoing through all the different ducts, and we just don't understand sound waves enough to find it. Right?
Yeah.
It's a mystery. An adventure. That's something more.
Yeah. That's what I want the credits for. To try to find out who the voice is.
You think it wants money? Does it have a coin slot? Do you have a piggy bank somewhere supposed to slide credits in? Because then I think
Rigel.
it's just one of those game machine things.
Oh yeah.
Put in
Right, of
credits,
course.
get out, nothing.
I don't think that's the way the ship works. No, that's okay. I think that's gonna be okay. And Rigel laughs as he starts to head back towards the ship.
To the ship.
Oh, oh, oh. To the ship.
Well, if this is the point where you would head back to the ship, then I would argue that it is possible that this is the point where you would rejoin Melba.
If she's returning, yeah. I mean,
No, she never returns.
oh, we just find her smoking corpse. Is that what you're? Yikes. Yeah, I mean,
You just see a smoldering crater and like one eye stalk.
one eye stalk. Yeah, perfect. It's winking.
Yeah.
Classic. Yeah.
She can
I
blink
think...
at you and keep an eye on you.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa. It's weird. It's weird to think of. Yeah, I think mostly, Rigel knows that there's like this bounty, like he needs to go somewhere, or at least that's what he's been told. And other than that, he's gonna maybe try to, speak again with the Redshift Runner or run some more tests and so on. But that takes time, so. It's not
Well,
necessarily
it's less about taking time and more that at this point, I feel like at this point Melba would be rejoining you.
Yeah, I think so
which
too.
is cutting the session a bit short, but at the same time you're short one player, so.
Yeah.
That is true. True. Very true.
So we'll
I'll never
wait
see
until
what-
we can have Elizabeth back.
All right. You never get to see what Feena and Rigel get up to on the Redshift Runner. Ooh.
Ooh. What happened?
Weirdness, it's happened to me before, so I know what that's like.
Oof.
Specifically, it didn't happen to me. It happened to the person standing next to me. But yeah, it happened. It was a LARP.
Just next to you.
The person showed up and they were like, "Oh, well, somebody attacked your haven during downtime and blew it up. And since you didn't have anywhere to go, you burned up in the sun and you're dead." And
Thanks for coming. Like,
yeah, they were.
I mean,
they were pissed off.
and
then another storyteller came along and immediately reversed it.
because
okay.
But like that was literally what one person thought was the best resolution, to just be like, "Hey, thanks for coming out. You're dead."
right? Like, I'd be like, cool, thanks. Definitely never playing games with you and telling everyone I know
seriously.
that you suck. Peace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, don't do that.
Don't do that. Don't kill someone off screen if you don't have their consent.
Scott?
Yes. Yes. Thank you very much. I mean, essentially everything I would say today, but I think what really, I really appreciated Feena's way of diffusing the fight at the cantina, specifically the bag of money as prop to try to just get everybody to calm down a little bit. It's not trying to resolve problems between people because that's their problem, it's not yours, but just trying to have a nice calm drink. I think that was a really cool scene. I liked it.
I like that, Rigel tries. It's not the first time that it's happened that Rigel tries to, expend himself to someone else's benefit. And he sees that as him just not being worth it, when actually he's kind of being the hero by, putting himself down for someone else's gain. So I think that's really cool that he's actually being pretty badass. He just doesn't see it yet.
And what did you learn?
Learned that trying to do deals with shrewd business people isn't always easy. But if you're careful, maybe a little lucky, you can get the deal.
Very true, yeah. And I guess, I learned that there is now someone who wants to be doing more business with us on Takodana, or at least with Feena.
Well, it's a good way to spend a destiny point.
I agree.
Hey, there's a dude who wants to help us. Yep, sure. Boop.
Sure, here we go. And a fun character too, so there's that. Yeah.
So, Tuesday?
Yeah, you can join me on Tuesday. Hang on, let's look at the old calendar.
Calendrier.
Yeah, calendrier.
I know what
Just
I'm
make
doing
sure
on
I'm not
Monday.
missing-
I'm getting shot.
Oh shit!
Holy
We're getting
shit, what?
Shot in the arm.
In the arm.
Which day did I put it on
Oh,
my calendar?
I'm also getting mine in a couple weeks. I remember when exactly now.
I'm sure I put it in. Oh, it's gone. Gone forever.
Yeah, so on Tuesday evening, usually at 6 p.m. Eastern, you can join me at twitch.tv/BiffTheBoss. Of late, we've been doing some out-of-character stuff on that channel. It might be another movie night. Who knows? The last one went really well. I think people really enjoyed it. And if it isn't, then you will most likely be able to join... you'll probably be able to join Paul Prospero for some spooky November mysteries, I imagine.
Wednesday, there'll probably be some Drew Crew.
Drew Crew, 4 o'clock Eastern, standard time now.
And then after Drew Crew, that'll lead into me. I imagine that this time around, it's probably going to be... it's definitely going to be a game. I don't know if it's going to be Hades again. We'll see. But you'll be able to tune into the Discord to find that out.
Thursday, an RPG Clinic spot.
So Thursday, RPG Clinic is now, we now have a solidified time. RPG Clinic happens at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. And at this point now, I should point out, that is Eastern Standard Time.
Yes.
If you're here, you know
Yeah.
that it is Eastern Standard Time. Once the world is less cray. There is... Kung Fu Fighters.
Aw.
Right. Yeah. So this time around, I believe that what we're going to be doing, we're not going to be running a one-shot this week. What instead we're going to be doing for this Thursday is we're going to figure out a topic, and we're going to make sure that we let you know that topic by Tuesday latest. We just got to be better about that. But we need to make sure that it's very clear that it is Thursday at 5 p.m. And then Friday is going to be punchy.
Great return.
The Great Return, finally, as we try to remember how to play the game.
Oh, we're definitely going to be doing more RPG Clinic one-shots, Kung Fu Fighters. That's for
Such a-
sure.
Yeah, there are just some that are cool enough that we want to save them for the between season breaks.
Yeah.
Certain ones
Or that would work better
Yeah.
with a larger group of people.
Yeah,
I
that
think,
too.
sort of thing.
Yeah. I'll be streaming throughout the week. Details always hopping up in the Discord, which I'm gonna throw into chat.
Oh, that's right. We were going to talk about villains and antagonists. So yes, that's what we'll do. That's our
Villains
topic
and
on Thursday.
antagonists.
Villains and antagonists.
I assume it would be building them, developing them, playing them,
Yeah.
all this. Just the concept in general.
Yeah.
Very
Nice.
cool. Very cool. I'm going to tune in if I can. Be able to. Should
Kung
be
Fu
able to.
Fighters was not going to be there unless we were talking about bad guys.
Sounds
But
about
yeah,
right, actually.
and then Sunday we're going to be right here. We'll have Liz.
Yay!
Choo YouTube Star Wars Reach.
Episode 8.
We're hoping that both of our mods will be there. We know why they weren't here this time around, but we still appreciate the both of you, She Who Knows 10,000 Things and Entropy's Disciple. Erwin and Crosshair, we will hopefully see you soon.
Yes,
Fake
indeed.
mustache I can twirl. I don't like wearing normal facial hair, let alone like fake facial hair. That just itches.
Do you want Jesse McCready's fucking
Big
like worm
honkin'.
or whatever it is? Horrible,
it's-
like full
that's
dead
a,
animal.
That's a draw on. I'll just take my eyeliner and just like
There you go.
Just do one of these, John. That's always a good
Oh,
time.
yeah, just draw it on your finger.
Be a real hipster.
Oh, you mean like the tattoo?
Yeah.
Yeah, on your finger and just that's great.
Do you think people who got that tattoo regret it now? Because I think part of it is that it's in an area that's slightly inconspicuous, so it's okay. But on the other hand, it's also that tattoo.
Yeah. I know I would regret it. I'd do this
That's
for
why
a
you
couple
don't
days
have
and I'd be like,
Why you don't have
and then it'd
tattoos?
be over. It'd be over.
Well, thanks to the two of you.
Thanks for game. Thanks for joining us, folks.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for the game. It was a lot of fun, guys. Thank you.
Yeah. And this thing that
Oh.
we do sometimes. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.
And spin.